Well, we've been featuring a few indie bottlers over the last few weeks, so why not another one? How about something from Elixir's Single Malts of Scotland range?
Yes! We're tasting an 11-year-old single cask offering from the Linkwood Distillery in Speyside.
And for those of you who like computers, why not check out our social media accounts? We're at Whisky and Things on Instagram and at Whisky and Things on Facebook and Twitter.
I only like phones.
Damn!
If only you could do all that on your phone.
Only?
Yes. You know what else you can do on your phone? You can give us a review, probably.
Yes, you can.
In Spotify or in Apple and all those other crazy places. And it's easy. You know, when you get out of an Uber and you give a guy a 5-star or 4-star review, it's as easy as that. And you do that, don't you? Yes, you do.
Yes,
you do. So why not do this? Thank you.
You're listening to Whisky and Things with Nick Kent and Dave Giles.
Welcome to episode 106. I'm Dave Giles.
And I'm Nick Kent. Welcome.
How you doing, mate?
I'm okay, thank you very much. We're recording quite early today on a Monday. What time is it?
It's 2 o'clock, mate.
It's 2 o'clock.
Lunchtime whiskey. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, strong lunchtime whiskey this week.
Strong lunchtime whiskey.
Have you seen the proof on this one?
I have. Yeah, when I picked it up yesterday, I was like, oh dear, that's going to be a Monday.
I hope you don't have to drive anywhere this afternoon. Is that why
I don't. Yeah. I'm going for a long walk later, so I might be stumbling around.
Oh, mate, you're going to love that long walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right. So we get into this monster?
Yeah, sure. All right. Crack on. So, this week's whiskey.
Single Malts of Scotland. We're doing the Linkwood 11-year-old. Yeah, 57.2%.
Crazy.
Put hairs on your chest, that will. This is a single cask offering, which is what Single Malts of Scotland do. Independent bottler, part of the Elixir group, or Elixir, who we've had on before. We've had Julie Hamilton on in the past, and we've had Chanel Liquori from them in the past. And we've done a Linkwood before with Chanel. We did their 9-year-old.
Oh yeah, I seem to remember that.
Yeah, I was listening just before we started recording. We were big fans. You, again, wanted a scented candle. No surprise. I did, of course. There.
Well, yeah, no surprise. It might have been the start of the scented candle back then.
Yeah, maybe. No, I made the reference every episode.
Okay. So clearly not.
So it wasn't. Yeah, but we cover Elixir, a lot in those episodes. So if you want to go back and hear about what they're doing, then go and listen to those. They have 2 other brands, Elements of Islay and Porterskeg as well. The Julie Hamilton episode where we did a Glenbergie 21-year-old, that was episode 45, January 2021, Dave. And episode 58 was with Chanel. So a lot more about the company if you want to go talk about that. So we won't go too much into that today. We'll just cover a bit about Linkwood, maybe. But yeah, so should we pour a little bit, Dave?
Absolutely. Well, I already have. So what's the bottle like, Nick?
Ooh. Yeah, there was no squeak. It was just a little thuddy boom.
A little thuddy oomph.
The bottle is, it's kind of classic looking, really. Their branding is quite elegant, shall we say. It's not like a bold logo for them. They've got some kind of gold joined up writing for their logo. It's part of what they got. And they also have like a pencil drawing of the distillery, which is obviously different for every single bottling they do from whichever distillery. And it has all the information you want. This is a single cask. So it has from Speyside, 11 years, distilled 27th of November 2009. The cask reference, if you're interested, listeners, 315755.
Bingo!
Yeah, bottled on 20th of January 2021. Cask type, hogshead, quantity, 314 bottles. So you're getting everything you want.
That's
and
nice.
It says here, status working. So I'm guessing they might bottle some stuff from distilleries which aren't, distilling anymore. So that's all there. And yeah, it's quite elegant. Yeah, it's got everything you want. A little bit on the back about Single Malts of Scotland and Linkwood's character, what to expect, a little bit of taste and that stuff. But it's it's quite just simple, really.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's quite collectible, I think, if you're going to get a few more.
That would look great on the shelf, wouldn't they? And Nick, the big question everyone's asking this week is, does it fit on the shelf?
Certainly does.
And did you take the sandpaper to the Eagle Rare last week?
Okay, we're going to go off a tangent. This was going to be in any other business. Okay,
Right, okay.
Was going to be in any other business. We're going off on a tangent, everyone. We're going off piste, as it
Nice.
were. So, ask me, Dave. Any current business?
Mate, have you got any current business?
Damn straight, I have. Right. You may notice, Dave, that there is a bottle of Eagle Rare on my shelf behind me.
There is.
Yeah. You see that?
I do.
Well.
What did you do?
Do you remember when we went to Cotswolds and everyone else in the room was like, yeah, I keep my spare corks, you know.
You
and
just changed your
you're
cork?
Mate, yeah, I went into my spare cork tin and I tried a few corks and it turns out that there was a cork in there which is the same diameter, same fit, yet it's just a little bit shallower on the top. And that cork was from a Shackleton, everybody.
Oh, Shackleton saving the world once again.
Exactly. We loved that. It's a blended malt, that Shackleton. We loved it. We absolutely love it. And it turns out the cork is a great fit for an Eagle Rare if you want it to fit on your shelves, everyone. It literally clears by a millimetre. Look at that,
That's
Dave.
so
Look
funny.
at that. Isn't that great?
Mate, it's wonderful. I'm so
I was
happy
so
for you.
happy.
Oh,
I was so happy when
I
that
can
happened.
imagine, because you were quite upset last week about it. So
Oh, mate, that's my second bottle.
at least we'll put that to bed.
Yeah. And whoever says we don't offer great consumer advice on this show can do one. 'Cause
Mate,
look at that.
I played a bar on Thursday while we were on this subject. I played a bar on Thursday and they had a bottle of Eagle Rare. And I then looked at their shelf height. I was then analysing their shelf height. And I was like, oh yeah,
really?
put it on the top where there's no ceiling.
So everyone, there you go. Buy a bottle of Shackleton anyway because it's great whiskey. And then keep the cork because it's very useful.
Absolutely.
Right, what whiskey we're doing this week?
Should we get back onto this Linkwood then?
Yeah, what are we talking about? We just talked about the bottle, didn't we?
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. And yes, it does fit on the shelf next to, well, not next to the Eagle Rare, because this is in my independent bottler section.
Of course
and,
it is.
You know, the other one's in the American whiskey section. You know, come on, everyone. I'm not a monster. Right, let me pour some.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite
Good
light,
Lord.
isn't it? It's quite light on the eyes, this whiskey.
Yeah, it's a well-hydrated piss, everyone.
Very well hydrated. Very well hydrated. Love it.
Yeah, it does look, with the bottle as well, it does look quite white winey.
Yes, it absolutely does.
But a 57.2, do not get them mixed up, everyone.
So I poured mine a while ago, Nick, and it's been
That's beautiful.
it's been sitting in front of me about 12 inches in front of my nose, and it's not penetrated.
12 inches of penetration, not enough.
No, because you know how sometimes you open a bottle of whiskey and you can smell it across the room.
No.
There are, or you can smell it from a decent distance, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Like
it's not.
This one hasn't gone from table to nose.
Oh, really?
But when I draw it into my nose, it's delightful. Oh, that isn't.
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's really nice. Do you know what though? It does smell strong. This smells like it's high in alcohol.
I don't know if it smells of ethanol, though. It smells...
Doesn't smell of
it's
ethanol.
strong with flavour.
Yeah, but it smells like this is going to be intense. Weirdly, for a light, I'm kind of surprised by this, but I probably shouldn't be. It's a light whiskey, as we've just said, right? So it's a well-hydrated piss on the eyes. And yet, I'm getting a lot of oakiness on the nose, which you would think would have come from the barrel, and the barrel would have made it more dark as a result. But yet...
Maybe. What are we talking about here? We're talking 11 years. We're talking a climate which is pretty cold up there. Not a lot of fluctuation.
And a hogshead is a big old cask as well, isn't it?
It's a bit bigger. Well, we're talking 230 to 250 litres. And you think a bourbon barrel, like a standard American cask, is 200, which is what a lot of people use. So it's a bit bigger. So it's not going to be as concentrated. So maybe why there's less colour, but not less flavour.
Yeah, there's a burn on the nostrils on this. It's crazy. Getting some like apricot vibes as well, Nick. Are you getting that?
Yeah, orchard fruits.
Nice smell. Nice smell.
Oh, it's very nice.
Right, I'm going to get my lips around it, mate.
You're listening to Whiskey and Things. These British people talk funny.
Oh,
Yeah, you like that. Yeah.
I really like that.
Oh,
This is the kind of
that's
scotch.
so much flavour.
Yeah, this is the
My
kind of
mouth
scotch
is now
I love.
watering as well.
Yep. This is right up my street in terms of scotch.
We loved the 9-year-old last time.
Oh,
That was a sherried one, though. think it was. That was a sherry butt.
Interesting.
Because we were making the I like sherry butts and I cannot lie, etc.
Of course we were.
Yeah.
Of course we were. It's got a real long finish, this, but a good finish.
It's satisfying, isn't it?
Really satisfying.
This is wonderful.
I'm trying to think out what flavours I'm getting. It just tastes like good whiskey. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to do it, Dave. Oh, my.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Yeah. If there's ever an oh, my whiskey, this has got to be an oh, my whiskey.
I mean, I think you're right there. It's definitely an oh, my.
If this isn't, then I don't know what is.
What would be. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm never going to get an oh, my if this isn't. Oh, my.
Can you tell me a little bit more about Linkwood, or have we not got much about that?
There's a little bit. This is part of Diageo. They don't have like their own website and stuff. There's a bit on malts.com about them. It's an old school one, 1821's when they were founded. This is from their website. The distillery sits in a tranquil setting overlooking the dam of the Linkwood Burn. They talk about where the water's from. It's just a stream and it's all just, filtered anyway. So yada, yada, yada. It's a very picturesque place, blah, blah, blah. They survive through wars, depressions, takeovers and closures. La, 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 la. I'm trying to pick out some really interesting stuff here. Oh, yeah, once, where was it? Yeah, legend has it that longtime manager Roderick Mackenzie thought that the environment was so important to the taste of Linkwood, he forbade the removal of spiders' webs from the rafters in case the character were to change. Great care is still taken to maintain its high standards, though the cobwebs have been removed.
Ah,
yeah. No, a lot of people are very superstitious about that kind of stuff.
It makes sense.
You change one little bit of character. It's like the Sausage Factory story. Do you remember the Sausage Factory story?
I do.
Yeah, from one of the episodes when we had Nicholas Morgan on. There's a story in his book about the Sausage Factory. And that's not like a club with a load of dudes in it. Yeah, a club light on females.
We've all been there.
We've all walked into a sausage factory or a sausage fest. But no, it's a very interesting story about how one little tiny detail can make a big change.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I'll tell you what, this finish,
Canal Street? Anyway.
This finish goes on for days, mate. It keeps on evolving in your mouth. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's lovely. Thing is with Linkwood, they're part of Diageo. So I think they only have one official bottling because I think it mainly goes into blends and stuff. Because apparently, I got this from our episode with Chanel. Diageo release, they have like a flora and fauna range, which they basically release a version of a whiskey from a distillery, which they think is the best version of that. So they've got a Linkwood 12-year-old flora and fauna single malt. That's a 43%. So I think it's the only bottle, like official bottling you can get. But there's loads of like independent bottling.
But even that flora and fauna range is still kind of like a bottling, isn't it? Because it's a Diageo set, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, so range they do, from all their distilleries, apparently.
Yeah, so it's almost like that's its own independent bottling as well. Does that make sense? Like,
and they do one release a year, apparently, from that range.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'll put a link to that in our description.
Yeah, mate, what notes are you getting on this? Because I'm struggling both with the smell and the flavour. I'm really enjoying both. I obviously got the apricots on the nose, but I'm struggling to pick out something. I'm just enjoying the way it feels in my mouth so much.
Oh, mate, do I want another sip? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yeah, mate, I've already poured myself a little bit more, which I wasn't going to do because of how strong it was. I mean, it's sweet, but not massively sweet, right?
No.
So
it's quite perfumey. When you leave it in your mouth and your mouth then starts...
That's a really good shout.
When it starts watering, seriously, I said earlier my mouth was watering after I'd swallowed it. If you just leave it in your mouth and its saliva mixes and all the oils and stuff mix out, you get all this other flavour as well. It's like a secondary flavour burst. It's amazing.
Yeah. There is something like a pineapple cube in there, but it's not pineapple, but you know that equivalent of a sweet. A cola cube, but not that strong on the cola kind of thing.
Almost like a nice sour sweet type. I know what you mean. Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just can't think of what actually it is, but it's definitely, and I think because it's not too sweet. Yeah, I can't pick it out the exact sweet. Normally I can, but not today.
On the back of the bottle, we've got Linkwood's elegant character, typified by flavours of green fruits with a peppery finish. Always a pleasure to experience. That's all they give you. But,
Yeah, maybe that's sour apple, but not too sour. Do you know what I mean? A sour
like a
apple
green
sweet.
apple. A green apple.
For sure. Oh my God, when you leave it on your tongue, you're right. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right now, Nick, I reckon this is expensive.
Okay. Stock prices. The Flora and Fauna one was $47.95 for 43%. Official kind of bottling.
Okay, I just want one more comment before we get onto this. Having held it on my tongue for a bit, and then swallowed, although my mouth is watering, I've also got a dry sensation in my mouth. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's probably from the high proof.
Maybe,
as well.
quite possibly. Yeah.
That's the alcohol kind of evaporating off and bringing anything else with it.
Well, that would do that for sure.
That
All
would
right,
do
then.
that.
So as you said, the Flora and Fauna range is what, 50 quid? Did you say 45 quid?
$47.95. Yeah.
Right, for a 43% proof of what we think is the official bottling. This is a single cask.
Yeah.
Obviously, a fairly big cask from an independent bottler with a fancy brand. So I reckon this is over 100 quid.
Okay. It's currently out of stock, annoyingly. But of course, this was a single cask. So there'll be other offerings from them coming out from Linkwood, etc. But when it was, absolute steal, in my opinion. $69.95.
Get out of town.
Absolutely ridiculous. That was on the Whiskey Exchange.
You are kidding me.
It's kind of connected to Elixir as well. No, that's what it was.
Mate, that's incredible price for this. Like, I appreciate that for some that's
a bit, yeah.
That's a pricey whiskey, but for this, that's a great price.
At that proof too, if you proof it down, it will last a while if you want
for
to.
Sure.
But I don't need to. I just did not have an urge to go, I'm going to add a bit of water to this. And I still don't, to be honest. I could go, I'm not good enough for tasting notes to pick anything else out. I'm just enjoying how it is.
Nick, can you answer this? You might not be able to. Is that a similar price for other single malts of Scotland's in their range, bottlings in their range, or do they go over a vast array of prices? Because I had a look on the website, mate, and there wasn't much. Like they don't have their own website, but there's a bit on Elixir and there's a bit on specialtydrinks.com saying our brands, and it's kind of got a page, but it didn't then have a list of their whiskies that they've currently got out or anything like that. I'm sure if I just were to search on a Whiskey Exchange, they'd come up. But
I can't find any more Linkwoods on there. Let's look for just any single malts of Scotland.
Just any other single malts of Scotland at the moment.
Okay, I'm just looking now. We've got like a Glenlossie 9-year-old, £63. Again, not bad at all. What we've got here, a Tyne Ninick 11-year-old, £74. So yeah, I think they might be trying to hit a specific price bracket.
Yeah, I've got.
But it's not excessive. Again, these are all going to be single
Kalila
stuff
2011,
well.
60 quid. Mannock Moore 2008, 63 quid. Highland 2008. That's what it says.
Yeah, they've got Jura, the 29-year-old here, which is $299, but that looks a bit fancier. Again, 29 years, so it's going to be. But yeah, it's going to differ a little bit. But for stuff like that, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes you want to go and try more, doesn't it? That's for sure. It definitely makes you... And we say this about independent bottlers all the time. When they get it right, it's so... or when you find one that gets it right, it does make you want to try other stuff they've done. And that's the whole point of a bottler, isn't it? That, they're supposed to be kind of your... curator of whiskey. When you find a brand that you like, you can see why people will buy every single one of the things they put out.
Yeah,
when the quality is this good, and exactly.
Ollie Chilton is the guy there who's makes the decisions. Remember last time?
I do remember that name. Okay, should we have a little scoring session, Nick?
Oh, shall we?
You thought I wouldn't ask, didn't you?
Oh no, I was waiting for it. I respect wood.
All right then, so we've done our scoring and it's come out on top. I don't think that's any surprise given our reaction, Nick.
Yes.
It's the top score you've given to a whiskey. You've gone for a massive 82.86%, mate.
Yeah, it was just ticking all the boxes for me.
Did I
give it a bonus for something? Did I give it in bottle? I did. I gave it a bonus in the bottle, in the bottling section, visual, just because of the pencil drawing of the distillery and the fact that it's going to be different on every bottle and stuff like that. I love the attention to detail on that. So that's why I gave it a little bonus point.
A little Nicky boy bonus there. Love it. I gave it 74.
Boy. You've never called me Nicky boy in your life.
I've
known you 70 years.
I needed a B. You've called yourself Nicky boy though.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
I don't know about that.
Remember when you sang me a song in the style of me when you were in LA?
Yes, I do. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was classic.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, that's
anyway.
Weird deep cut for people
a Nicky boy bonus you gave it. I've given it 74.29, which isn't my highest mark, but it's still well up there.
Which gives give it the scented candle point.
I'll be honest, I didn't.
Amazed.
I didn't. It's not making me go, I want a scented candle of it. But for some reason, I don't know why, but it's not that it's bad smelling. It's not at all. I also think it's an experience to smell it. It's not one that I would want to send a candle of. Anyway, combined, that gives it 78.57, which smashes the top of the leaderboard by 8%.
Yeah.
So
we were on 80. What did you take off, Dave? We were on 80% at one point. 80 points.
I gave it a bonus for something and then took the bonus away. I
took his bonus away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, that's your choice, mate. It's your choice.
Exactly.
It's all good. So is that our number one at the moment?
It is now our number one. And I rate that. Mate, I am enjoying our scoring system. I know we keep going on about it, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's adding something to what we're doing. Which
episode was it? It was 101, wasn't it? Was it Whiskey 101? Yeah. Episode 101, if you actually want to hear about our scoring system.
For sure. And there's also a tab. That one. There's also a little tab on our website where you can find out a little bit about it.
Whiskyandthings.com.
And see our table. If you click on another link within that tab, you'll find our little table, which as we get more whiskies, as we've been doing this a little bit longer, I'm making more of a feature of it on the website. But for now, I think it's all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think when you've only got 6 whiskies on a list, it's no point in having a big old chart, is there?
No.
It's like when you used to watch Top Gear back in the day, and they used to do the lap times at the start of the season, and they had one name on the board. You were like, just wait until you've got a few more names on there.
Star in the reasonably priced car.
That's the section.
I remember. They had a C''D at one point. Anyway, I've just lost 17, and probably all our listeners.
No. Right.
No.
So, yeah, good whiskey overall, mate. I think.
Yes.
Thank you very much to Julie Hamilton.
Yes. She didn't just, shove it into my bag on the way out of the whiskey show or anything. Completely legit. Yeah, this was.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Shh. Smart. She knew that she couldn't get into any bars with open liquid afterwards. That's why she palmed it off onto us.
Basically, what she was saying, Nick, is that she didn't want us to meet up with her in a bar. How can I make sure Nick and Dave don't come and talk to me when I'm at a bar? I won't let them get in. I'll give them an open bottle. Genius. It seems like a great idea. She must really like us. She's given us a bottle of whiskey.
You know what? Now we look into it, she was palming us off there, wasn't she?
Palming us off. Oh, Julie.
Julie Hamilton.
Julie. She knew.
She was like, if I give them these open containers, Brewdog aren't going to let them in. And we're going to Brewdog afterwards.
And Dave's going to get barred.
Dave's going to get barred because he's going to get in an argument with the bouncers.
Oh, dear. Stand by that argument.
I think we should stop talking about that right now.
Probably. Probably.
But, But thanks, Julie. We've worked that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you a clip of this.
Nick, I'll take your bonus point off now.
No, what? I'm going to take away my oh my.
Yeah.
You deleted the oh my. Hamilton. Anyway, boom.
Sting me.
Why they ever let 2 Englishmen have a whiskey podcast, I'll never know.
All right, buddy. So let's go. I know you did your any other business earlier, but I think you've got some other any other business.
You reckon?
Yeah, I do.
I've only written one down. I've only made notes for one.
Well, you're not very good at this self-promotion, Lark, are you? Because you've got a gig this weekend with your new band.
Oh, I do have a gig this weekend.
Do you want to talk about it, or are we not talking about the fact you're in a new band?
Well, I haven't had the first gig with a new band yet. Yeah, I'm playing
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a good thing to talk about.
I guess so. Yeah, it's nice. I'm playing original music with people again, and yeah, it's quite exciting. And yeah, they're called the Twisted Dolls, the band up here in Manchester, and we're playing Off the Square on April 2nd. Everyone,
there you
if
go.
Anyone wants to pop down, you know. I'll be putting some more info on my Instagram at Mr. Nick Kent. I have to remember what it was. You can tell I never promote myself, can't you?
He's going a bit red. He's so uncomfortable.
I am uncomfortable. I'm not used to promoting myself. You know, I'm used to. That all makes sense now. Anyway, but yeah, anyone wants to pop down? It's a big, loud, riffy band with three-part harmonies and all kinds of stuff. So,
Are you singing as well?
Yeah, little three-part harmony thing. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, pop down if anyone's in the area. I don't know about their whiskey selection yet. I haven't been there.
The band have got a whiskey selection.
No, I meant the venue.
Fair enough.
You can always get a Jack and Coke, can't you? You know. Hey, I love a Jack and Coke. But yes, thank you, Dave. Do you have anything to promote this week? Any other business? Any other promotional business?
Don't think so, mate.
No,
just I think that people should go and check out our Patreon, patreon.com/whiskey and things.
Yes, please.
Personally, I think I think I'll do that.
Cool.
I'll use my time to promote us.
Yay! There we go.
Anyway, buddy, this has been fun. This has been a great whiskey. Enjoyed this.
Yes, very much so. And I've got here another one of theirs, the Glenlossie. I don't know. We might do that soon as well. You know, because we're doing a lot of independent bottlers at the moment. So
nice.
We
love an independent bottler, don't we? We do. We always have. Always will.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Let's hit it and quit it.
Absolutely.
All that business.
The Angels have had their share, mate.
And you've had yours, listeners.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Whiskey and Things has been brought to you by And Things